What's up, fam? In this frequency transmission, I'd like to cover lost object horary. Now, this truth here is a lost science. Right here. And it truly is proof of how much influence that Asteres has over this realm. I mean, after I gained knowledge of how to locate my missing items and lost items using Horary astrology, my belief in astrology, man, is deepened on so many levels. I'm telling you. And it will show you astrology is the truth. And it is everything. Everything. Now, I'm just going to cover the basics in this frequency transmission. And I'm trying to keep it as simple as I can. Bear with me because, you know, it's it's a little bit hard teaching this because it's a lost science and I don't see many other people teach it, but goddamn it, I gotta be one to do it. I was called to do it. I gotta be one to do it. Right. Alright. First thing, when you take a look at that energy map, first thing you want to look at, the sign of this on the ascendant. That'll be you. Point blank period. That represents you. The Lord of the ascendant, what sign this in? The second house Lord. And before I continue, in this video, I'm just gonna cover you trying to find your lost object, querying, requesting where that lost object is at. I'm not gonna cover derived houses or turn houses. You know, that be used for, like, if you trying to find someone else's stuff and they ain't ask, but you can still do it. I done it plenty of times. You can still do it, but like I said, that's another transmission right there. You want to look at sign second house cusp, and you know the sign that the ruler's in. You want to look at the sign on the fourth. And the fourth Lord, because the second house is house tradition ruled by Taurus. And that represent possessions, how we maintain our 3D security, our stuff. And the fourth house tradition, it rules over buried treasure, lost wealth. Other branches horary, but that's another frequency transmission. You know, it represents the traditionally the end of matter of things. End of matter for what has been asked about. You know, if the querying is not asking about something else, the querying asking about something really true pertain to their selves, then fourth has to be him, but that's a whole nother frequency transmission. You know. No. Okay. Then you want to see what sign the moon is in. You know, because the moon, she rules over manifestations, of course. You know, she exerts so much influence over his realm. So look what sign she in. And the power of fortune, of course. And the sign that power of fortune is in. Where you end up finding the fortune, point blank period. You know? Now, I use a combination of William Lily's method and Ivy Jacobson's method. Most time you William Lily. Sometimes I use Ivy Jacobson's method, but you know my most accurate judgments was using a combination of both methods. Most of Lily's and a little bit of Jacobson's. and also with few illuminations I received on my own, stuff like that. But that's like a way. It's another transmission. I'm covering the basics here. Okay. Okay. What you want to do after you got the signs, and you got the signs of those 8 indicators, right? Okay. First, you want to look and see where the second house lord is at. If it's in the first, if it's in conjunction with the lord of the ascendant, in an angle, or in a house where the lord of the ascendant rules, then that object is in your house, point blank period. Also, if yeah. Also, if the lord of the second is in his own house, then it's with your stuff. Point blank period. It's in the house, but it's with your valuables. Point blank period. So it might not be. But anyways, it might not be as easy to find, but it's with you. It's with the rest of your stuff. Okay. Now, for example, okay, and on breakdown, okay. Say like Aries is on the second house cusp, right? Okay, that Lord would be Mars, right? The ruler of it would be Mars, you know. If Mars was either in the first or the 8th, then of course it'd be in your house. Let's see what else before I lose everybody. Now, now each sign has a direction, and also the element too. You want to pay attention to the element, because the element will tell you what level or has to it's on. Like you live a 2 or 3 story house, tell you like what level it's on, or if you live in one story house, it tell like how high up from the ground it is. Okay. Now let's tell you the direction of each sign. Okay. Okay. All fire signs are first and foremost of the east direction. And like I say, I'll explain the reason behind that whole nother frequency transmission. I'm trying to stick to the basics of this. Okay. Aries would be east. Leo would be north by east. Sagittarius would be south by east. Okay. All earth signs, main direction would be south. Taurus, it would be south by east. Virgo, south by west. And Capricorn, south. Okay. Air, the direction would be like air, main direction be west. Like Libra would be west. Um, Gemini be north by west, Aquarius. Gemini be west by north, Aquarius be west by south. Okay. Then finally, water. Okay, Cancer would be north. Scorpio would be north by east. Pisces be north by west. Okay. Now, okay. Then you want to look at the elements. Okay. For example, okay, you want to take a look at elements, like, you know, what, like water would be like, you know, like ground floor near like places where like kitchen, bathroom, sun like that, sun like that, you know. You know, you got a pool, you know, water, like, you know, but water mostly represent, you know, the ground floor and places where, of course, where water is kept or by liquids. You know, earth signs, of course, be ground floor, and we're talking about indoors, like we're talking about mainly indoors here, like, you know, I cover outdoors and the whole nother freezer change. Maybe I'm talking about indoors, like basics. You know, fire that be higher up. Most of the time, this is on most, like most circumstances. Most times, you know, for because I have few times where, you know, like we're going by a traditional place, rulerships of each element, stuff like that, and they're like, but you know, but that's under different factors and different alignments in the map, which I gotta go through my notes to get to that, but I'm covering the basics. Now, fire, it be a second floor, or, you know, or mid level, and air would be, you know, a high, third floor, highest level. You live in one story house, you know, up high on a shelf somewhere, up by a window somewhere, something like that, up high. Cause, you know, I had cases at my previous residence and location where, you know, I had quite a few significators in air or something, you know, but it's a first floor house, so like that. So, you know, it's, you know, like by a window, Gemini behind the mirror in the bathroom, you know, bathroom shit, because Gemini mirror, so like that, but that's a whole nother thing. But or you know, up on a high shelf by a window somewhere, you know. But yeah, okay. Now I cover that. Okay. Now